Bucks, no, but it's a good win.
Magic.
It's still a good win.
Yeah, the Magic were 4-0 to start off, so we beat the last undefeated team in the NBA.
So this episode of the Sixer Standard Podcast, what we're gonna do is we're going to first talk about some shit that happened with Daryl Morey. Oh boy, that is pretty spicy. We're gonna talk about a Sixers player that got injured. Then we'll recap the last three games. I believe the Cleveland Cavaliers, and then we also have the Magic and the Raptors game that we're going to go over.
Yes.
And then after that, we'll do trade machine. There's two players I think the Sixers would personally trade for. So let's get right into it. So first, you want to talk about the season?
Daryl Morey has been tampering about James Harden,
He's
and he got fined $50,000 for it. James Harden may be coming to Philly, you never know. But honestly, if Ben Simmons is keep playing the way he is, I think we should ship Ben Simmons for James Harden.
well, we'll talk about Ben Simmons later, but I do want to talk about uh, the tweet, if I can find it, that he said. So what I believe he said is he posted a picture of James Harden passing the assist record. What happened is a few days ago, it was the 1 year anniversary of James Harden passing the Rockets assist record, and he posted it on Twitter. And of course, the league thought it was like a move to try to butter up Harden and get him to come here.
Yeah.
Uh, so they fined him $50,000 for that. The tweet from Morey was deleted very soon after. Let me ask you this. Do
Yeah.
you think that Morey was doing this as to try to lure Harden here, or do you think it was just like, hey, I was the Rockets' former GM, Harden's my guy, let's shout him out?
Honestly, I think it was option B, even though it kind of seemed like tampering. But, I don't really see any tampering. They're just saying, congratulations to a player, James Harden, who passed the assists record from, a year ago.
But how
I
often?
don't know, man.
Yeah,
Maybe
my thing is
tampering,
how
but
often do you think like a GM's going to congratulate a player that's not currently on their team? Like that just seems kind
yeah,
of
that's a little
odd to me.
sus.
I don't know. I think there could be something going on there, but
Maybe, but we don't know yet.
well, I think the league investigated it, so that's my best guess. But again, we really don't know. But and we can talk about it now. Do you think it's likely that you think you know that Ben Simmons will be traded for James Harden? And right now, would you do that deal?
Right now, yes, I would do the deal, and I'm very adamant about doing the deal because I know Ben Simmons is 7 years younger than James Harden. But if he is playing like this right now, we have to ship him off for Harden. If and this has happened before in the January, almost all the Januaries Ben Simmons has been in, he's been amazing, been attacking all that. If he does that, then we might have to reconsider not trading Simmons for Harden because that's when he's at his best. But right now, if he keeps playing like the way he is playing, yes, we should trade Ben Simmons for James Harden.
Here's my thing with Simmons. He's never been amazing in the playoffs. The first playoff series, right? It was that we got eliminated against Boston. It was Joel Embiid trying his hardest and really nothing, but no one really doing amazing. The second playoff series, you know who was carrying our team?
Don't say his name, but
Jimmy Butler. Embiid
uh,
was hurt for a lot of it, and he did not play well when he was there. Again, right? And Simmons was not playing well either. I mean, you could barely tell he was on the court. And then after that, we have the last playoff series, the first round exit against Boston. Simmons was hurt, and Embiid showed up. No one else did. My thing is, Simmons has never been good in a playoff series. I think as it is right now, Simmons is a very passive player who half the time looks invisible on the court. He cannot be a best player or, frankly, a second best player on a championship team. Right now, his value is never going to be higher. He's just going to get worse and worse. I mean, you see he made the three last night. You know, if you keep shooting that three, then maybe we'll see something. But even with that three, he still only had 9 points that entire game. He can't shoot from the line. He's so passive. When he decides to attack the rim and score, he's good. But yeah, I mean, you can't be good if you don't have an offensive game. And Ben Simmons, as it
Yeah.
stands right now, does not have an offensive game.
Like, I agree with everything you said. Like, once he's in that attack mode, then he has. If he's in that attack mode every single game, he is an MVP caliber player. If he's attacking the basket every single game and scoring, that that is LeBron James level right there. But he's not. Like what I've noticed from him, when in transition, he is very passive. So like he goes down the floor, he fakes a shot and just passes it out, and it goes. Sometimes it goes even out of bounds. Like the pass is not even on target sometimes. But when you're attacking, you go try to score. You don't pass. That's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think as it is right now, I don't like what I see from Simmons. But that's what we're gonna talk about for Harden, the Daryl Morey related stuff. Furkan Korkmaz is out for 2 weeks for the Philadelphia 76ers. Korkmaz, I don't think has been playing great, but I think the shot's going to eventually fall. I mean, he's a sniper. He's out of the dribbling, as I always love to talk about Furkan's dribbling, and attacking the basket. Look, he needs to work on that floater. I'll admit it's horrible right now, but if he works on that some, he'll be a god. Uh, anyway, Korkmaz out for 2 weeks. You know what comes to mind for me? One player needs to step up.
Yeah, the same
No, I'm kidding.
player,
Um,
Matisse Thybulle.
and Thibault has not even been in the rotation for Doc Rivers. He has not played a lot. But you see Thibault play last night, and he is in the rotation last night. He plays 18 minutes, and he plays well. You see he's stroking the three ball well, and his
Playing
defense
clutch defense
his
again.
defense is good. Uh, I think if he plays like that, he stays in the rotation. That's something to think about. But with Korkmaz out, I think Thibault is a guy that needs to step up. Are there any other people on the roster that you think need to step up?
I think it's just him, honestly, because he's replacing Furkan Korkmaz, but I think Shake Milton, I feel like he needs to step up a little bit more since Korkmaz is out. He needs to become a little bit more of an accurate shooter from downtown.
Big
But
Mil's already been amazing. He dropped 14 in 25 minutes last night, shooting 6 for 15, 1 from 4 from beyond the arc. Again, I think the shooting this season has been 26%. I think that will pick up as the season goes on. But overall, I think he's been scoring very well. Again, the
he
shot.
has been. I'm just saying, like, I want him to be shooting a little bit more accurate since Furkan is out of the rotation. That's all I'm saying. But Shake Milton's been scoring very well so far.
Dakota Mathias is also a guy on the roster, if I pronounce his name right. He's a 25-year-old rookie, and I've seen him shoot before. I think he can become a very good shooter. Just a smart player overall, not, anything really flashy about him, but I think he could eventually work his way into the rotation too. I believe he's on a two-way, if I'm correct.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But
think he is.
not for sure. So now you guys have had a little bit of preview of all the players on the roster. What I'm going to do is we're going to go through every player on the roster and see how they've been playing. Now, today, we will be able to get really a consensus about how every player's been playing because really everybody on the roster has played, even the scrubs.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with Vincent Portier, who I've been impressed with. I saw the end of the last game. I think he's a solid big. I think he plays good defense and can score right next to the basket. I think he's a somewhat reliable big man. Like you don't want to be playing him in the playoffs, but I think he played well for the role he had last night. Uh,
Yeah.
but I
He's
think
getting a lot of rebounds, which I
good rebounder. Yeah.
observed. Yeah. Well, he's pretty good. He's
And I see
solid.
him shoot the three after the Sixers get a turnover. It's not it. I'm not. I'm sorry, Vincent, but the shot's
Yeah.
not there. But well, I'm curious if Vincent does shoot the three. He attempted a three last year, has not made one in his career, but he has attempted a three in his career. But I was semi-impressed with how he played. And then Dakota Mathias, uh, did he play last night as well? I think he did.
Yeah, he played. He did. He wasn't. I didn't see anything from him. He was like missing a lot of shots.
Yeah.
From three.
I like the jump shot, but I think if the shot falls, then we'll be
It'd be
better. But
deadly.
I mean, he's really just a sniper. So if he makes the shots, then yeah. Mike Scott has been horrible. Okay, there's no way to debate this,
Yep.
and we're gonna be doing trade
Horrible.
after this. We're and the theme today is looking for a new backup power forward. That's one of the trades we're doing. But Mike Scott has been so bad.
Yeah.
He has been so bad. I mean,
It's not
Mike, I
even
bet you at the
funny.
Phillies game again. Like I'm sorry to say this, you're just not good. He played 17 minutes. He didn't score. He shot 0 for 2 from three. He's shooting 26 from three. That's not good. Last year he didn't shoot good. I'm confident Shake's gonna pick it up because the jump shot's there. He did it last year. He was shooting good in the preseason. Mike Scott is just so bad. He doesn't play good defense. He doesn't shoot well. He's shooting 33% from the field as well. Like he just doesn't do anything good.
I agree with you. Like, his shooting just got significantly worse. And they're so lost on defense. Like, he's even more lost than James Harden on defense.
James Harden gets way too much hate. He's actually a pretty good defender.
But he's just way more lost than James Harden.
Look, Mike Scott, I'll tell you this. Mike Scott for the Sixers last year, 2018-19, not last year, this is 2 years ago. Hold on, total last year, he shot 0.399%. Okay, basically 40%. But if he made one more shot, he would have been over 40%. So maybe even less than a shot. He's like 0.2 shots away from getting to 40% in the 2018-19 season. In the 2019-20 season, he shot 36% from three. Not good, but not bad. Like league average. If you're a shooter, you got to shoot better than that. But league average, you'll take it. This season, he's shooting 26%. Next season, he'll shoot 10.
Yeah. Then 0.
Nah, then 2, and then we'll get to 0. Okay, but we're gonna be looking at other power forwards, but I just don't like what I see from Mike Scott.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Korkmaz we are gonna talk about because he did play. I believe in one or two of the games. Yeah, he played in the Cavaliers game. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. He was bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
Korkmaz is
was.
shooting 25% from three this year. 0 for 5 against the Cavaliers. 1 for 8 for field goals. I'm confident in Ferk. I think the shot's there. Because one thing I like about Kirk is he can catch it high and release it high. It's a very compact release.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be able to pick it up, but when he does come back from the injury, but not really worried about him as much as Mike Scott.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, that might have just been a not good night for Ferg.
Yeah. Isaiah Joe, we saw a little bit at the end of the game. He got 7 minutes and he shot the three once. It was like a borderline air ball, I would say, but not there yet. So I think if you let him shoot a little bit more and you test out the jump shot, see if he can shoot it, then he could get rotational minutes. But I was not impressed what I saw with the Magic.
Yeah.
Ferguson played. I honestly did not see him on the court. I was not paying much attention in the fourth quarter. When they were up.
I did see him, but no,
Yeah.
I didn't like him.
He's like Simmons, non-existent.
Yeah.
Shake has been very good. Not much to say
Yeah.
about him other than he's been very good. He's a 7-foot wingspan.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. But
Oh, I never knew that.
I've been impressed with Shake so far. Only 26% from three. He's going to pick it up. Been shooting 40% from the field, which is okay. He's been scoring a lot overall, so I've liked what I've seen. Now, I don't think we recapped the Cavaliers game last time. And this guy was so bad that even in garbage time in the last game, Vincent Portier got minutes over him. So this guy's so bad that even in a game that we're winning by 4, that we won by 40 points, I think, he doesn't get minutes. Tony Bradley.
He's been awful, bro. He can't even guard no one. He's not a hooper.
One thing about Bradley I noticed, and he actually got 8 rebounds that game. It's pure luck. Every time the rebound came, he never grabs the rebound. He always tips it. And then Andre Drummond got the ball again, and then again and again. You're a bad player when you're a center and you're allowing third and fourth chance points.
Yeah.
And that's what I saw from Bradley. I mean, that's what I'm gonna say. You're bad when you're not getting minutes. in a game that you're winning by 40, and Vincent Portier, the 15th man, is getting minutes over you.
Yeah.
Matisse Thybulle has been horrible against the Raptors and the Cavaliers. I like what I saw against the Magic. That is the Matisse Thybulle that the Matisse sexuals like. I mean, shooting 2 from 4 from 3, 50%, 3 from 5 in the field. Good defense. He had 2 blocks and a steal, as well as he lodged 18 minutes, 9 points. This is what I have to say for Matisse. Don't be too jumpy on defense, but get some steals and be solid enough on offense. That's
Yeah.
when you're good. So
What I
I
would
was impressed
say,
with Matisse last night.
yeah, I think just if you're open, just shoot. If you miss, you miss. If you make, you make. On defense, just try not to foul a lot. Just try to contest a lot of the shots because you're very good at that and you have very quick feet on defense and you're a very good defender. So just keep doing that. Just try not to get in foul trouble. That's all I would say about Matisse defense.
Yeah, I mean, I think he has to shoot better. He has to worry about that too. Just because you need to have a shot if you're gonna play in the NBA. But yeah, Tyrese Maxey, what have you thought about him?
I think he's been against the Magic. I think he played well against the Magic. Again, just finishing. I saw him shoot a lot of mid-range shots when the defense was expecting a finish. He pulled up. He was making a lot of mid-range shots. His floater game has been insane. He's very good at making floater shots. I think he's a he's a bucket and he has a lot of potential and he played very well against the Magic.
Yeah, I would agree. I think he has to make the jump consistently. His defense has not impressed me too much, but I think he's been good. He's a very good getting.
Yeah.
Tobias Harris, I'm not going to rant on him today because he's actually been a lot better since we talked about him.
Yeah, Tobias Harris has been good.
He has been. The decision making has been quicker. He's scoring, and the defense has been again. Even against the Raptors, he had 2 blocks.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been a lot better.
3 steals against the Cavs. I think that he's been a lot better.
Yes,
Maybe
I would
Tobias was
agree.
that he got motivation. But good job, Tobias. You've gotten better.
Gotta clap it up for him.
Yeah. Look, I don't have much to say about Dwight Howard. He's been good.
Yeah.
I
I
think.
saw that three.
Oh yeah, the 3 by Dwight.
Yes,
That
sir.
was special. That's what I'll say about that. But overall, Dwight's just been good.
Yeah, good.
Everything
Doing
we
what he needs to do. Only thing is, stop getting in so much foul trouble. Oh my god. He needs to
that is
stop
Dwight.
with that. That's the only thing. The foul trouble.
Here. You know what Dwight's point percentage is throughout his career? He's over
What is it?
14.
Oh no.
But
14?
he's shooting 100% from three.
Well, yeah, because he made one and he didn't shoot another.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Danny Green has been bad. I think he's shot 21
Yeah.
three, and he's very inconsistent. His defense, I've been impressed with. Offensively, I think.
Yeah, his offense. Not good.
Then Seth Curry has been everything best. He's shot
Seth Curry.
1% from three.
He is insane, Seth.
Curry.
Sorry, not Steph. Seth.
Curry.
He is insane. He's like scoring a lot of points. He's shooting so many good shots, shooting a lot of great 3-point shots. He's just been insane for us.
Joel Embiid has been good, I think.
Oh, yeah, another one. He's been
I think he's a double machine. And I just been impressed. So
yeah.
good job,
And
Joel.
he showed Vucevic that he's on his level because Embiid just bullied Vucevic so badly. Just bullied him.
Yeah, and then Ben Simmons. Did we already talk about Ben Simmons? I think we did. I think
Yeah, we did.
pretty much recapped. He has to be a great. If Ben Simmons wants to be a good NBA player without a 3-point shot, he has to check all these boxes. Always go 100% and always get to the rim. Always get there on time. Okay, you have to be the best passer in the NBA if you're going to be a point guard without a shot. You have to make sure basically all your passes are on point. You have to lower the
Yeah.
turnovers. Okay, and get every pass on point. You also have to be a great defender.
Which he already is. He checks
Right now,
that box.
he checks the defender box. I think he checks that.
Yeah.
Passing wise,
No, not yet.
not yet. Finishing wise, nowhere close.
Yeah.
Nowhere close.
He's finishing like a scary cat. Like you, I'm not gonna say the word, but he's just finishing so bad against the rim. Like he's scared to finish.
So right now, if we're being generous, Ben Simmons checks 1.5 out of the 3 boxes. You know what that is? That's 50%.
Defense.
You know what grade 50% is?
Oh, it's an F.
That's an F. So right now, if we're being generous, Ben Simmons is a high F.
Yeah.
I think that deserves a trade to Houston.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll say about Ben. But yeah. So before we end the podcast, I think we're gonna do a little bit of trade machine. So you want to go first, Noah? You can. Here, hold on. I gotta let you share your screen. I think.
Yeah, you do.
All participants can share.
Yes, sir.
Should be able to go.
Alright. Hey, there we go. Okay. So share my screen. Share. Alright. So we need a backup power forward, and we need a shooter because Mike Scott is shooting like shit right now. Bielitsa, if we look at his percentage, last year he shot 40, basically 42% from free last year, and that's very good, and that's the shooter we need. So we want him, even though he's not that good of a player elsewise, but he's a great shooter. So we trade Mike Scott, and we also trade Ferguson, because Ferguson is 22, is horrible, but he's 22 years old. He's very young, and that could, and the Magic could, I mean, not the Magic, oh my God, the Kings.
Every team is a Magic for you. We're talking about podcast. You're like, Magic have 3 point guards. And we're like, no, you mean the Hornets. And everything's Magic.
But the Kings, maybe they could develop Ferguson and then just give him a second because they probably want to pay. But overall, I think Bielitsa will be a very good addition to our team. Backup power forward, can shoot. That's what we need right now. That's my trade. Now, I'll stop sharing my screen.
This is what I'll say about that trade. And you can keep sharing if you want. But I think that trade is I don't like it, and I'll tell you why. Not that I don't like it. I think that the Kings need more because let me go through every piece. Does Mike Scott have any value, any trade value?
No.
Does Terrence Ferguson have any trade value?
Somewhat.
No. He was included in an.
He's 22. He's 22.
Okay. That's great and all, but let's just remember that when we traded Al Horford to the Thunder, the worst contract in basketball right now, they gave us Terrence Ferguson. Okay. So if you believe that they would give us someone with value in an Al Horford trade, you would be utterly wrong. So right, like Danny Green doesn't have like much value either, but he has like some value, since we gave him first. But like they're not going to throw in a player that has value. Terrence Ferguson barely has any value, like barely. So, and then a 2nd round pick.
It's basically the next pick, which I'm.
Oh, it is. It's the next pick.
Yeah.
If you give them the next pick, then I still think you need a little bit more, maybe like 2 seconds. But
okay, yeah,
but yeah, it's something the Kings I don't know if they would do because they like Pajemica.
Well, pizza guy,
pizza man. So how do I move this top bar? Okay, whatever.
Should move in a sec.
So
there you go.
We have right here. We're gonna trade. So first of all, Marcus Morris, I think, would be a very good fit here. He's a hard-nosed guy. He can shoot and he can play defense. Basically, an all-star without the volume. So we're gonna give, and he saw when he did have the volume in New York, he was very good last year. But we're gonna give them Mike Scott, and these guys are all fillers. Let's be honest, right? Mike Scott, filler. Ferguson, filler. Poirier, filler. Isaiah Joe, a little bit of value. 1st round pick. Basically, we're trading a first-round pick and some filler players that the Clippers might value at a little bit for Marcus Morris. So I think that would be a fair trade. Again, these guys are just to match salaries. What do you think of that?
I think it's a good trade, Marcus Morris. But the only problem is Marcus Morris absolutely hates the Sixers, especially Joel Embiid. That's the only problem.
Look,
But maybe it'll work out
anything
eventually.
can happen. We hired Dan Burke as our assistant coach. Fucking Dan Burke. Dan Burke hates Embiid more than Marcus Morris hates Embiid.
Yeah.
And I think they're cool now. Okay, I think if right, like Al Horford hated Embiid when he was in Boston. I think that it will be fine.
Yeah.
Second trade, we need a scoring guard. So the Hornets right here, I think Terry Rozier would be a very good fit because he's kind of an odd man out. Look, they have 3 point guards right now that are very good, or at least they think that are very good. I think LaMelo Ball's horrible, but they think LaMelo Ball's good. So we give him LaMelo Ball. No, sorry. No, so they have, sorry. We get Terry Rozier. They get Danny
Yeah.
Green. He's going to be a good guy for the locker room, and he matches salaries. So we'll give him that and 2 second-round picks. The reason we're not giving them that much, Terry Rozier is a bad contract, but we think that the Hornets right now at a rebuilding stage would take picks and a good locker room guy.
Yeah. I like the trade, and Terry Rozier could be a very good scorer for us. So yeah, good trade.
That's what I think. So before we end the podcast, I do want to look at the schedule. Speaking of the Hornets, we do play them tomorrow at 7 p.m. That will be at the Wells Fargo Center. On the 4th, we play the Hornets again. That will be at the Wells Fargo Center. Then we play the Wizards at home the 6th, the Nets on the 7th, and then again, here's the hard stretch starting with the
And
Nets.
then goes to Shea.
We go to Brooklyn on the 7th. On the 9th, we're here home against the Nuggets. The 11th, we go to Atlanta. The 12th, on a back-to-back, we host the Heat. 14th, we host the Heat again. 16th, we go to Memphis. Back-to-back. On a back-to-back, the next night, we go to OKC. And then we host Boston, and then we host Boston again. It's looking
like a shit show schedule right now.
Well, then we get Detroit on back-to-back. They're both in Detroit. Then we host the Lakers, and then we go to Minnesota, and then oh boy.
Yeah,
It's going to be a rough stretch. So, again, you know how the Sixers work. You only watch the wins.
Yeah.
So after these 2 Hornets games, you're gonna have to. After these 2 Hornets games in Washington, you're gonna have to wait until possibly Atlanta, and then Detroit on the 23rd. No, I'm kidding. You can watch every game. I don't know though. I don't know how much.
Yeah, I'm watching every game because again, they could upset someone. Like they could upset Brooklyn. They can upset anyone.
But yeah, I mean, again, the Sixers are going to go through a rough stretch. But anything else you would like to add before we end?
I hope we can win at least half of the games during that rough stretch.
Ooh, that's a hard ask.
It's hard, but maybe we could pull it off. But I don't know, man.
And we will have probably 2, maybe anywhere from 2 to 3 podcasts within that time. So, we'll be recapping all those games. We won't just leave you hanging until then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the rough stretch is like kind of comes and goes. It's kind of throughout the whole season, or that throughout the rest of the schedule. We have a really hard rest of the schedule until they release the second.
Definitely.
But we'll be recapping. It's until March, so we'll be here. We'll probably have until March. How many podcasts do you think we'll have until March? Like 10, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe like around, again, we didn't calculate this, probably like 10 podcasts until March. But yeah, thank you guys for watching the Sixer Standard podcast. It's been Ethan Koppelman, Noah Mofsowitz. We'll see you guys next time.